Good morning, everybody. It's great to see you here at school. Week two, day one, Monday morning. We're going to get started on our first day for week two. Here we go. We're going to talk about getting wisdom. Now, look, there are a lot of people around the school that have got wisdom. Look at Miss Bosch's class. Look at all those young people just looking at her so attentively. Wow, lots of learning going on there. And, who have we got here? Yeah, that's Mrs. Stevens' class. Tremendous. People learning, writing, reading, all sorts of good things going on there. Mrs. Kannemeyer, look at them all. Up the front, paying attention, having a great time. And Mrs. Kannemeyer is distributing books and talking to them about this year's academics. And there we have, look at that, Mr. Law and Mrs. White in with Year 7s. Fantastic to see all of these young people getting wisdom in their heads and in their hearts. Fantastic. Well, let's have a look at what we're going to do today. We're going, of course, first up to our national anthem. Let's all stand together and sing. Fantastic. Well done, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that, singing our national anthem. Now we're going to look at our scripture for this month, which is from Proverbs. So let's say it all together. 1, 2. Big loud voice. 1, 2. Proverbs chapter 1, verses 3 to 7. To receive the instruction of wisdom, justice, judgment, and equity. To give wisdom to the simple. To young people, knowledge and discretion. A wise person will hear and increase learning, and a person of understanding will attain to wise counsel. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. So there you have it, young people. It's a scripture about you getting wisdom. Is that for you? Will you receive that? Well, we talked last week about God's wisdom and man's wisdom. What are you choosing in your life? What's the best choice for you to make? God's way or just man's way? So we talked last week about receiving gifts. And here we have this young person receiving a gift from an adult. And that's what we receive from God, the gift of wisdom. We receive from Him. We receive it from our parents. We receive it from our teachers. It's wisdom. It's a gift for you that will help you to live all the days of your life in God's way. So, what is wisdom? Well, it's to know what is right. It's to do what is right. Do you know what is right? Do you do what is right? We can all make choices, good choices and bad choices. When we use wisdom that God gives to us, we are making the good choice. The good choice. That's what we want. So this gift of wisdom, it's very important for you to have. Now, to give wisdom to young people, we have parents giving you that. They give you wisdom all the time. We have teachers. We have coaches. We have all sorts of experienced people, chaplains, and all these others who can give you ideas that are right and help you to think well and to make good choices. So these people are the ones that help young people. So there's some parents there helping their son, helping their young man to gain wisdom. And look at that, he's pretty happy that he's got expert advice to help him make good choices. There we have a teacher. And look at those students all focused to the teacher, looking at her, and here she is. She's giving some algebra wisdom. So it's important to pay attention to those who give us wisdom. So you've got your teachers, you've got your parents, you've got your principal, you've got your chaplain. Lots of people to help you gain wisdom. Now, a wise student will learn what's right. Are you a wise student? They will judge what is right. They will make decisions all the time. You're making decisions all the time, judging what is right, what is wrong, what's good for you, what's not good for you. Whether it's about food or about friends or about doing things, about thinking or about watching things or about saying things. You will judge what is right and what is not right in your life. A wise student is fair to all. Are you fair? Have you got that wisdom that helps you to be fair to all the students in your class, to all the students in school? What about your brothers and sisters if you have them? Are you a fair person? Do you treat everybody equally? That's what this whole wisdom is about. It's helping you to live well. Live well, make good choices, and live well with others. Wisdom is wonderful. Look at this guy here. He's just making the choices. He's thinking, now what am I going to do about that? I like the fact that he's thinking. Do you think about your choices? This guy is saying it's so hard, it's so hard. And sometimes it is. It is difficult to make wise choices, but it's always the best way. Poor fellow, I hope he makes the right choice, this guy. Oh, look at her. She's very happy with her choice. She's been thinking about it, and she knows what to choose. She's a wise student. What about being fair? Wisdom, justice, judgment, equity, fairness. Well, is that fair? One fish has got all the room, and all these other little fish down here, they're all cramped into that bowl. Is that fair? That's an important question. And is this fair? Look at that guy. He's just saying, look, this cake, it's all mine. You can keep away. You're not getting my cake. Is that fair? Is that judgment, a just and fair judgment that he's making? Wow. Treating people fairly, with equity. Now look at this picture over here. The big guy, he's happy. The middle guy, he's happy. He can see the game. But look at this poor little fella down here on the box. And he can't see a thing. All he can see is the fence. But over on this side, here you'll see everybody's happy. Everybody can see the game. They're being treated fairly because everyone's being helped. So they can see above the fence and they can all see. That's treating people fairly. The tall guy, he's treating the others fairly. The middle guy, well, he could see anyway, but the little fellow, he couldn't see. And so look at that. They've just stacked two boxes for him and he can see the game. That's treating people fairly. Are you like that? Treating people fairly, equally, being friends with everybody. So there's a scripture that talks about, in verse 7, about the fear of the Lord, and we did talk about that last week, and I'm going to continue to discuss that a little bit more. The fear of the Lord isn't being scared like it's all dark and I'm scared and wish someone would turn on the light. It's not that idea of fear. It's the beginning of knowledge. If you have a respect for God, it's the beginning of your knowledge, a respect for God. And we said last week, number one, it's to love things that are good. That's about the fear of the Lord. To love things that are good and to hate things that are evil. To love goodness and to hate evil. That's the beginning of knowledge. If you can tell the difference between what is good and what is wrong, you are on the path to learning knowledge and getting wisdom. So it's very, very important to tell the difference between good and evil, between right and wrong, and to love the right and to hate the wrong. It's not about hating people, but it's about hating those things that are wrong. And it's about loving those things that are good. So the fear of the Lord, that is the beginning of you learning how to live wisely. Here's our song. Hope you sing loud and enjoy it. It's about the fear of the Lord and gaining wisdom from my parents. From my parents. Let's sing it up together.
The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Fools despise wisdom and instruction. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Fools despise wisdom and instruction. Hear, my son, your father's instruction, and forsake not your mother's teaching. For they are graceful, God for your hand, and pendants for your neck. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Fools despise wisdom and instruction.
Proverbs 1, 7 through 9. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Fools despise wisdom and instruction. Hear, my son, your father's instruction, and forsake not your mother's teaching. For they are a graceful garland for your head, and pendants for your neck.
The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Fools despise wisdom and instruction. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Fools despise wisdom and instruction. Hear, my son, your father's instruction, and forsake not your mother's teaching. For they are graceful, God for your hand, and pendants for your neck. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Fools despise wisdom and instruction.
Oh, that was great. Did you notice that there were two shorter young people and an older student there? The fear of the Lord, the beginning of knowledge, it's for every one of you, whether you're in prep class or year 1 or year 3 or year 5 or year 7. It's for you all. It's for parents, it's for teachers, it's for everyone. And it says, that song is quoting a scripture which says that if a person has wisdom, it's like there's a garland or a crown around your head, on your head. Or it's like a very wonderful necklace. It shows like a necklace would show if I was wearing one. A person who is wise, it shows and shines out of them. Fear of the Lord, wisdom and instruction. And notice also it was saying, fools despise this. If somebody makes fun of being wise, that person is very foolish, and they're not headed to make good decisions in life. So, there you go. Now remember, we talked about learning, and we showed my little Xavier, look at this, he was learning and he turned over, he learned to roll around on his back, learning wisdom, learning instruction, and that was one of his early lessons. It was very lovely. Well, wisdom and instruction and the fear of the Lord are for all young people. As I said, whether you are in prep or year one, or whether you're older in high school, it's for you all. And it's for adults. We adults have to learn wisdom and instruction. And that's the fear of the Lord is the beginning of all that. And if I can't tell the difference between what is good and what is bad, then I haven't even started to learn. So the fear of the Lord shows me what is good and what is bad, and I choose the good. That's the way to go. So let's learn here at school and at home. Let's learn to be wise. Let's do that. Proverbs teaches us the way of wisdom. I trust you're going to have a great day at school and a wonderful, wonderful week. God bless you all, and lots of learning for you today. Go for it.